Hello folks, this is Sula speaking. You are listening to another video for Teamfight Tactics. This is taken from a normal game, and this isn't anything particularly crazy or special, but I wanted to showcase this game just because it was a pretty crazy high roll. So this is going to be another relaxing high roll game where we see how I'm able to put the pieces together for this particular team comp. Turns out that this is going to be a game that plays into Astral and Mages, which is probably my favorite overall team composition here in set 7.5. I've always liked playing the spellcasting boards in Teamfight Tactics, and this is a game where I was able to put that together. I know I've done a number of different videos on that, but I figure people don't really mind seeing that. As far as when this video is recorded, this is getting close to the end of the set. We've already heard some of the details of the next set that's going to be coming up, set 8. So we've got about a month left, actually a little bit less than a month until the next set is on the PBE, which basically is the beginning of the next set. And this is just me enjoying what we have here at the end of this set and trying to get the best that I can in one of these normal games. I actually needed to play some more games. I was getting very close to the end of the set pass, the one that gives you the different things as you play more games. And for the last couple sets, they've had that extra stage that you get if you were able to complete the pass. So I'm trying to play enough games to finish that off. All right, anyway, here I get a Vlad drop from the minion orb. So I was like, all right, well, I better pick up that Vlad that's in the shop. And then I decided I better pick up this set as well. So I was thinking at this point in time, I was thinking, you know what, I've got this tier. Maybe I'm going to play Dragonmancer for this game. But by the same token, there is a Skarner in the shop, and this Ezreal doesn't really do anything. So let's pick up the Skarner as well. Still, I managed to hit 2-star Karma. I'll put the Dragonmancer Blessing in play. At this point in time, I was thinking I was going to play into Dragonmancer trait. I usually have been taking defensive items off the first carousel. I did that again here. I like to take Belt, but Belt wasn't an option. So I ended up taking the cloak, and then I end up getting a sword and a tier. So as soon as I see that, I'm like, well, this seems like it should be a Shojin for some kind of spellcasting team composition. So I see that, I see Celestial Blessing, and my immediate thought is, you know what I should do? I should just try to play strongest board and like rush to level 8 or 9 and just play a bunch of dragons, because I think that that's what I want to do with this setup. I've already got the Shojin, so that's a perfect item for playing into a unit like or Alshin later on. Could also be used for Aurelion Soul, although not quite as well. And yeah, so I think that that's the plan. Rush, try to push levels as soon as possible. Try to win streak here in the early game. And then just get to a late game all dragon board, because I already have a Shojin for that. And I already have a Vest, which can be used for a frontliner like Idis or Terra. So the game's going to be about, like, can I get to those units later on down the road? Or at least that's my thinking at this moment right now. And since I've hit the 2-star Karma, I'm going to play that. I've hit 2-star Vlad. So at this point, I was thinking probably transition out of Vlad in order to play other Dragonmancers. The Spear of Shojin is not one of Karma's best items, but if you're just using her as a transition unit, it's perfectly fine. She can get you through stage 2, and then, maybe you can try to find a better unit after that. So that was my thinking there. Mirage is Dawnbringers. You see I check it there, which is, kind of considered to be in the middle of the range of Mirage options. Not seen as the best, but also not seen as the worst. In any case, though, so we get through the first round, and then this round here on 2-2 is where my game is going to end up taking shape, because look at the store that I get here. I get another Skarner, and then I get double Luxes, and as soon as I see that, I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's just drop this Dragonmancer thing and go into Astral. I can't really ask for more than this. I get another Skarner. I already still had that Talia, who I just kind of picked up in case I ended up playing mages. And yeah, we have a perfect Astral board here. Got 3 Mage, 3 Astral. We've got a Spear of Shojin, which is Luck's most important item in terms of mana generation. So yeah, it sucks to sell the 2-star Karma, but this is going to get Astral trait in play, and this should make me stronger in the long run. I'm also going to pick up the Nidalee here because it's another Astral unit. Nidalee wouldn't do much to make my board stronger, but she could give me another rank for Astral trait, and that could end up being important. I've said this a bunch of times, but it bears repeating. The quality of the Astral orbs is based on the star level of the Astral units that you're running. I currently have 4 star levels of Astral. I have 2-star Vlad, 1-star Lux, 1-star Skarner, so that's not particularly high value from the orbs. But, I could always play the Nidalee, and that would get me up to 5 ranks. I'm also hoping that I will be able to find another Skarner. odds are pretty good I can get another Skarner out of the Astral Orb. You do have decent odds to get the 1-cost units out of the orbs at this stage of the game. But then, oh no, we're just going to hit 2-star Lux. Okay, so remember how I said this is a high roll game? Yeah, so we just naturaled 2-star Lux insanely easily in this game. 2 Luxes on 2-2, a Lux on 2-3. I already had the 2-star Vlad. I was like, okay, that works. That we can do this. We can look to play this Astral setup. So when the game does stuff like this, it just makes it very, very easily. I get 3 Luxes in the shop. I get the literal item components for a Shojin. I got the tier and the sword. It's like, okay, I guess that's what we're playing here. Guess we're just going to do this. And the Astral trait will continue generating income for my team as well. So as I said, definitely kind of a high roll game. It's really remarkable how much more often Lux casts when she has the Spear of Shojin as opposed to when she doesn't have it. Like, the difference in casting speed is pretty unreal between when she has Mana Generation and when she doesn't. Now I'm just wondering what my next unit in would be. I would prefer it to be another Bruiser. Silas would be the most ideal unit to get for next unit in, but we're going to have to adjust and see what we get. I picked up the Sejuani because I can always play that for another tank unit if I'm not able to find a Bruiser in the store. Certainly can't complain about what I've been finding thus far. Anyway, there's a Spatula here. I do not expect that to last. It does not last. There's a Silas here. I don't expect that to last. It does not last. Would have been nice. I certainly would have enjoyed having that unit. So just waiting to see what we're going to get here. All of the spellcasting stuff gets taken. I was like, all right, well, there's a belt here. 3 gold belt. I already have a vest. We use that to make a Sunfire. That should be pretty good. So I'm just going to take a frontline tank item, and this is probably the best that I could do out of any of the options available. Sunfire is going to be nice. And then look at this star. 2 more Talias and another Lux. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, we'll go ahead and make the Sunfire Cape, and then I'll toss the Sejuani in, just, you know, a little bit more tankiness. I think my damage profile is fine for the moment. I have 3 mages. All of them are 2-starred. Ridiculous. Ridiculously good RNG here as far as what I'm hitting. What I need is more tankiness. My front line is not very strong at the moment. I have a 1-star Skarner, and then I guess Vlad is like a pseudo frontliner as well. But yeah, so I do have the Sunfire, and that's going to be very helpful. Remember, we mentioned the Mirage trait in this game is Dawnbringer, so all the Mirage units are going to heal when they get low. And that's why the Sunfire Cape is super nice. It'll reduce that healing in half. So I would have taken the Sunfire Cape anyway, but it's a particularly good choice in this game because of the Mirage trait. And yeah, this person's board is pretty strong, but I mean, I have so many 2-stars already. I have, what, 3 2-star units already, and I did not take an augment that gives me additional units. I don't have like true 2s or something like that gives you 2-star units. Yeah, to have just natural this many 2-star units is pretty insane for this stage of the game. Now I just need another Skarner, and then I need a Silas, and I'm really set here. And oh, well, I don't get the Silas, but I do get another Skarner, so okay. And so now you're going to see me play the Nidalee over the Sejuani, and you might be like, why would you do that? What does Nidalee do? So as soon as I hit 2-star Skarner, it actually makes total sense to play Nidalee, and that's due to the quality of the orbs that I get from Astral trait. There is a big jumping point when you go from 6 Astral up to 7 Astral. Not in terms of the star levels, not in terms of the units. Obviously, I'm still just playing 3 Astral, but I'm going from 6 star levels to 7 star levels by playing Nidalee, and the quality of the orbs goes up very significantly when you do that. At 6-star levels, the quality of the orbs is like, average quality is like 1.5, 1.6 gold. But when you go up to 7-star levels, it jumps to about 2.5, almost 3 gold. So it increases the value by a huge amount. There's also a similar breakpoint when you go from 9-star levels up to 10. I've said that in a couple of videos, but this is not documented anywhere in-game. By the way, I also hit someone who's level 6, and I managed to win with my level 5 board, so that's a very good sign. I don't know if that person was trying to win streak or what, but I am able to win anyway, and that's a great sign. I've win streaked all through stage 2, and then I'm able to interrupt, well, at least prevent a win streak from the other player. Look at that, I get a Lux out of the orb. So yeah, higher quality. I'm already at 5 Luxes, and I have not rerolled once in this game. By the way, look what else we find. We find that there's Mage Namzi. I actually had not checked what the Namzi was in this game, but it turns out it's a Mage Namzi for this particular game, and I'm like, well, you know, as much as I like getting higher Astral Orb quality, what I would like even more is to be able to play 5 mages. So we will just put the Namzi in on level up. Now, as far as what items I get, can I get something useful from the orbs? Well, I'm going to get a tier, I'm going to get a rod, and do I get another item here? Let's see. I get, oh, an item remover. And I was like, oh, Well, this is amazing as this high roll game continues. I'm up to 6 Luxes. I have not re-rolled once. Okay. So I will make the Archangel Staff. This is a great item. Not so much on Lux. I mean, it's not bad on her or anything, but it's certainly, it's not bad, but it's really a good item for a future Alshin. And I've even got an item remover. So this is setting up amazingly for the late game. I can try to make 3-star Lux. Again, the Astral Orb should give me good odds just to hit Luxes without even doing anything. And then I've got an item remover, so I can item remover the items off Lux, and I could, make 3-star Lux and then pop the items off and put them on an Alshin later, which is just absolutely perfect for this setup. Now, the only thing I need to do is fix my frontline issue. My frontline is not very good, but at least Skarner has managed to get the Sunfire burn on all these units. It's actually huge. This is a Mirage team comp, and he managed to get the burn effect on every single one of the units. That was, well, I don't know if he got it on the Vlad, but he got it on everything else, and that's a big deal because it cut into their healing. So win streak continues, just off on full win streak, although apparently 2 other people are also on win streaks, and one of them has consistency, which is really scary. That means they're getting insane amount of value. All right, so now we get other options. Stand United, never a bad choice, but I actually think Future Sight is the better choice right here, as I get another Lux out of my orb. So this is going to tell me who I hit each round, and that's going to give me the ability to place this Zephyr wherever I want it in these fights. Stand United would not be bad, certainly, but I think I get more value out of the Future Sight. This was previously a gold augment, and in 2 or 3 patches ago, they knocked it down to silver. I actually think it's pretty overpowered as a silver augment. Now, it does require you to do a lot of micro. You need to be watching the other teams so you can place the Zephyr intelligently, but that's something I try to do anyway. If you just kind of stand around and leave your unit stuck in one spot, then that's not going to be very good at all. So anyway, I wanted to put the Zephyr in the back right corner for this, or back left of my board, hitting the back right corner of the other board. I figured that taking out their Lux was probably the most important unit I could go for. It was either that or the Silas, but I didn't want to put my Talia up on the front lines. So anyway, we are able to get the Lux out of the fight for a little while. Again, their board is, they're basically playing a very similar board, but my board's all 2 stars and their board's all 1 star, so it's not very close. I'm having really good luck in this game. They're also staying at level 5. I don't know quite what they're doing. I don't know if they're doing some kind of reroll build. I have no clue what this person's doing, but it's not working. We're going to be able to win that round pretty easily as I get up to 7 Luxes without any rerolls at all. So yeah, Astral Trait's been giving me a lot of Luxes, and I found a lot in the store. So I only need 2 more to get 3-star Lux, which is just going to be absolutely crazy if I can hit it. All right, what's in this Astral Orb? Oh, look, it's a Vlad. Okay. I thought for a second it might be another Lux, but no. I'm actually kind of hoping I would be up against the person who's win streaking, Stomp's Child, because I really want to end their win streak. Them being on full win streak with consistency, which is what doubles the gold value of streaks, that's really bad. You don't you don't want someone getting that much gold. That person's getting what, 6 gold from their win streak, plus 5 gold base, plus 5 gold for being over 50 gold. So they're getting 16 gold per round, which is just ridiculous. Yeah, I would like someone to stop them. And I just have not seen them. This board looks pretty strong as well. They have all 2 stars. They're playing, I guess, Karma reroll. They have 7 Karmas so far, and it looks like they have Axiom's Arc, which is a good item to play into for Karma. So this build does tend to get outscaled late game, but it's going to be very strong when this person hits the 3-star Karma. I guess I'm fortunate that they have not hit the 3-star Karma just yet. They're at 7, but yeah, that's a board that's going to be strong. Unfortunately, the consistency player is still win streaking, so... well, they're going to be very, very rich. They're playing into some kind of Lagoon board, which is interesting, but they're going to be super rich as well. In any case, we are over to another carousel. Now, I can take pretty much any item here. That's because I have no components on my bench. If I had my choice of anything, I would probably try to take a Rod. I would love to get a Jeweled Gauntlet for Lux. Yeah, because that would make a great last item on like an Aurelian Soul later on. But we're going to see the Rod get taken. There's the glove also got taken. So looks like I'm going to get some kind of defensive item here. I actually would have taken the Tear, but that gets grabbed. I was like, well, I don't want a sword, so I guess it's got to be a cloak. And I guess we'll just probably put this on Skarner. Now, the only unit I really need to find is Silas. I'm a little disappointed I have not found Silas yet, but no, have not seen Silas. And oh, by the way, we're going to get another Lux out of our orb. I'm on full win streak, so I definitely should level here. I wish I had a better unit to put in. I wish I could find another Bruiser unit. I've not found a Bruiser unit in any of these rounds. But since I can't do that, I'll go ahead and put in the Nidalee just for another star level of Astral. So again, takes me back to 7 star levels again, and gives me better odds to find more gold, that sort of thing. So this time I'm going to Zephyr out the Ezreal on this other person's board. Looks like this is actually a ghost round because somebody quit the game, which is unfortunate. But Ezreal's the only damage on this board, so taking Ezreal out's pretty good. Also, I want Skarner to get that burn effect on as many units on the enemy team as possible. They already have 2-star Nasus, so they're definitely playing Ez reroll. And then, whoop, look at that. Lux targets the unit that's furthest away. Ezreal ended up being the furthest away, so she's going to take that out. And once that happens, there's really no damage on this board whatsoever. This board is super tanky, but the Ezreal is the only unit that does any real damage, so we should be able to punch through this Nasus eventually. As I said, it's a ghost round, so don't do any damage to anyone else, but still keeping that win streak alive. 9 rounds now. And, well, I guess there's technically a Bruiser in Siphon, but Siphon's not who I want. I will grab the Lilia, though, because Lilia is a unit that I could potentially want to play. Or I think I pick up the Lilia here. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, no reason not to pick this unit up. I could play it for 6 mages, but that's not really going to do anything. And yeah, that person. So there's the person who has been on the big win streak as well with consistency. But once again, I'm not hitting them. So I was like, I think I want to try to get the Yone on this person's board. That's the most dangerous unit. So let's try to get them. Am I able to get the Yone with the Zephyr? And looks like I did. Aha, there we go, taking that unit out of the fight. Once again, Sunfire great against these Dawnbringer boards. A lot of people playing Dawnbringer in this lobby. Kind of interesting that so many people wanted it. Now the big question is, can we just focus this Yone? I need Lux to target that. Lux is hitting a lot of the enemy team with their cast. But we need to kill Yone. It's a good thing we took him out of the fight for a while to slow down his Rage Blade. Heimrich, and you get the stun. He's healing, but we did manage to get the Sunfire on him. So yeah, it's a close fight. Without the Zephyr, don't think we win that fight. And it looks like the person on the big consistency win streak finally lost a round, so thank goodness for that. But my win streak is still intact, so I'm going to continue getting the additional income here. That's very nice. And then we're going to hit 2-star Nidalee, so we're actually up to 8 Astral Star levels here. I am going to continue pushing levels. Now, I do expect my win streak to fall off at somewhere around here. I have not found a Sylas, which is the biggest issue. What I'd really like to do is find the Sylas so that I can get another mage that doesn't suck in here, and hopefully a better frontliner too. I have not been finding a lot of Skarners, though the Astral Orbs have mostly been getting me Luxes and not Vlads or Skarners, so that's not a bad thing. I want to hit the Luxes, but I'm not really close to 3-starring Skarner. Also, look what I get here. I get a Spatula out of this, and I was like, oh, okay, well that shifts things around a little bit. The Spatula is really interesting because that gives me the chance to potentially make a Mage Spatula. And as soon as I see that, I was thinking, you know what? Maybe this is not Rush Knight and play an all Dragon board. Maybe this is we just play. Maybe we turn Alshin into a mage and we play like 7 mages instead. That's something you normally wouldn't be able to do, but because I have the Spatula and because I have because I have Mage Namzi, that's it. Because Namzi was a mage in this game. That ends up being a big deal. Well, anyway, for this particular game, we are up against the person that was on the big consistency win streak. I finally see them, but unfortunately I have Lux mispositioned. Lux is casting at Soam and ignoring the entire rest of the team. Lux needed to be on the other side because, look, she's not really hitting anything. And, oh, Soam dodges. He steps out of the way. Of course, Lux was dying anyway. So looks like we're going to lose this fight. The win streak finally comes to an end. And that's a bit unfortunate. We wouldn't have won that fight even if we'd killed Soam. But, yeah, if Lux had been on the left-hand side, we might have actually won that fight. And by the way, I'm all the way down to 3rd in health, which is kind of hilarious. I've lost 1 round the entire game, and I'm 3rd in health. All right, but I'm level 8 here. There is a Terra in the store, so that's pretty interesting. And I think I wanted to roll here because I wanted to see if I could find a Sylas. And, or another Bruiser. And instead I find Al Shin, and I was like, oh, hello. Al Shin, okay. Well, what do I do with this Al Shin? I definitely want to play this unit. I got to get this unit on the board. So we're going to item remover this stuff off Lux. Let's take out the Nidalee. I don't think I need Nidalee in here. Let's take out the, what's her name? The Lilia. So now we'll put the Aurelion Soul. And now I know what I want to do. Now I'm going to get a tier and Mage Spat the Aurelion Soul for that last unit. But I'll hold the Terra because I might want to run Terra for frontline later. I could have the option if I see a bunch of Terras. If I see a bunch of Terras, maybe I play Terra frontline, and then I drop down to like 5 mages instead of playing 7 or something like that. In any case, though, this time we're up against the Karma player from before, and note because I was fiddling with my board, I was not able to use Future Sight correctly. I was not able to get the Zephyr positioned on a good unit. I was not able to get the Zephyr positioned on Karma. So can Aurelion Soul wipe the whole board? The answer is no. Does not have quite enough damage to wipe the whole board. So we get the Karma low, but don't actually kill her. That said, this is not a bad loss, but it's not an ideal. It's not great either. I'm still really looking for Silas. I have not seen one Silas in this game yet. And I'm also one off Lux 3-star and one off Namzi 2-star, so the potential is there to get stronger here. And there's finally a Silas, thank goodness. There's a Skarner as well. So I was like, all right, now how do I get this unit on the board? I obviously want to play this unit. I was like, how do I play this unit again? I was trying to figure it out, and then I was like, I think that the best thing to do is maybe to take out the Talia, but I like having the Talia. I don't want to take out Lux. I don't want to take out Vlad because he's giving me Astral Trade. I don't want to take out this. No, I'm not going to take out Aurelion Soul. So I was like, once again, I was trying to figure this out, and again, I ran out of time. I do not get a good positioned. Actually, I do get a well-positioned Zephyr here by dumb luck. Managed to hit the Yone in the back lines. Is probably the most important unit to hit on this team comp. So that's just dumb luck. But I'll take it in a situation like this. Still trying to figure out my board. Now, they have second wind, but again, Sunfire is going to help out with that quite a bit. Oh, we managed to clear the whole board. Alshin, even at 1-star, does an awful lot of damage. So, yep. And now we're looking for a tier, and then I'm also looking for some way to get this Silas on the board. Trying to figure out how I can play this unit and not come up short. So anyway, I would like a tier. That's my top item here. There's also a spatula. I'm third pick on this carousel. It's kind of weird on this lobby. There's 3 people with like 80 health, and then everyone else is close to dying. Unfortunately, the tier gets grabbed first, but then I was like, can I just take the Zephyr instead? But no. Zephyr is going to get grabbed. So at this point, I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll take the Rod out of these options. I don't really need anything else. The Bard is kind of interesting, but I don't need a bow. So I'm going to take this, and unfortunately, it combines into 2-star Skarner. I was like, oh, oops, I kind of forgot that that was going to happen. So it's going to combine. I mean, it does get me closer to 3-star Skarner, but I don't really want the Rod on Skarner. Good news is I am going to hit another Namzi here, so that's going to make 2-star Namzi. And now I'm still trying to figure out how I get the Silas on the board, and if there's anything I can do to get this stupid Rod off of the Skarner and put on a more useful unit. So in the long run, I was like, all right, well, I can do this. I mean, that's good. So do I just sell the Talia? And ultimately, I'm like, all right, I guess I do just sell the Talia. I don't like losing that unit, but it is what it is. So now, and I'm going to put the Zephyr on Vladimir, because Vlad can be moved. Vlad is not a useful unit. Vlad can be moved around wherever. All right, so unfortunately, I don't get a particularly good Zephyr this round either. It needed to be on either Deja or on the Idis. Probably the Idis would have been the correct choice. I guess Yone wouldn't have been a bad option either. But yeah, Dawnbringer, it means that we are just kind of scratching this team. Don't manage to get too much damage done. Oh, the Deja goes low but does not actually die. That's unfortunate. Got close to killing that unit. I think we still lose this fight regardless, but if I'd killed the Deja, maybe it's closer, because Aurelion Soul or Alshin is winding up for another cast, but he's going to die before he can finish the second cast. So if we'd managed to finish off the Deja, we might have won that fight. But yeah, Yone's going to end up killing all of our units. There's 3-star Lux finally as well, so that's quite nice. And I am up to 7, now I am up to 7 Skarners, so I do have realistic odds of 3-starring this Skarner. I just need probably like 1 more out of the Astral Orb, maybe 1 more in the shop, and then I can get this. So I'm planning on playing towards 3-starring this unit. Otherwise, I could look to sell the Skarner and transfer items over to the Silas, but that doesn't really make sense with Silas 1-star. So anyway, I'm going to target the Karma on this other board. Karma is clearly the key unit. So do I manage to hit the Zephyr? And I do. Manage to get that off perfectly. So now I just need to wipe the rest of the board and hopefully kill the Karma before she can get her resets with Axiom's Arc and kill everything. She does have the what's considered to be perfect items here. Alshin, you did not really target the Karma. You kind of targeted everything else, but this unit's so low. Come on, Lux gets off the binding, and oh, come on, you're kidding me. Come on, Lux, you can finish this off. And no, I was like, are you kidding me? That unit got so low like 3 different times in the fight. Look at the healing, healed for 4,500. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but the good news is that board shouldn't really get much stronger. Yeah, that was a frustrating round. I should have won that round. Got the Zephyr place, but Alshin decided he was going to cast and not particularly focus on that unit. All right, well, we got a Treasure Dragon round here. So let's see what we can get. Obviously, it's not going to be Radiant Deathblade. Ginsu's Rage Blade, no. Bulwark's Oath, no. Another Ginsu's, no. But oh! These gloves, there we go. So I had to keep rolling until I found a tier. That's what I was looking for. And I find the tier, and I also find a Radiant Thief's Glove as well, which is really nice. So we're going to mage the Alshin. We're going to turn Lux in. Going to put the Thief's Glove on Lux because she's a 3-star unit. And then I've got this leftover, Rod. So I was like, wait a minute, I have an item remover here. I can take this glove and I can use it to, I can use the glove to make a jeweled gauntlet, and then I can pop it off this unit. Yeah, so we're going to do this, pop the item off with the magnetic remover. There we go. And now I can make a jeweled gauntlet and put it on someone. And the obvious choice is Namzi. This is also really useful because it's going to give me cybernetic uplinks value. So I didn't talk about this before, but another high roll in this game was hitting the cybernetic uplinks. Really, really good augment. The best one I could possibly get for this game for probably the final gold augment. So at the last second, I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to put my Zephyr on the Braum frontline. I thought it was more important to get that unit off the board, and that will allow us to target the backline. Also could have gone for the Swift Shot Yone. Maybe that would have been better, but I decided to target the frontliner instead. Hopefully, we'll just be able to finish off the Yone. Lux's... Oh, I thought Lux was going to wipe the backline, but then second wind kicked in. Can we kill that Yone? Oh, the Yone is going to get targeted. Wow, that's a lot of healing on that unit. Oh my god, how is that unit still alive? So it looks like I probably should have targeted the Yone over with the Zephyr over the Braum. Looks like that was a mistake. Should have just slowed that unit down. Yeah, I'm going to end up losing that round, and that's unfortunate as well. Like I said, probably a mistargeting of the Zephyr. Boy, Yone really should not be that strong. Feels like a 2-star Yone probably shouldn't be that strong, but it is what it is. Again, I've lost some of these rounds, but I'm still scaling here. And I'm just going to try to get to level 9. At level 9, I can play Lilia for 7 mages, and then I can look for Zoe, and I'll have better odds to find Aurelion Soul 2-star. My win condition is hitting Aurelion Soul 2-star. Aurelion Soul 2-star with 7 mages is going to be absolutely disgusting. I've got very good itemization. I've got the Shojin, so it casts faster. I have the Archangel Staff, and then I also have the Mage Hat, so I can get the double cast. All right, this time we're up against a Mirage board. A lot of Mirage players in this lobby. And I'm going to use the Zephyr to hit the Idis. That is clearly the unit I need to go after here. Get that unit out of the fight. That allows us to focus the Yone and kill that person. By the way, this person's on 8 Yones, so that's a good thing that we're hitting this person before they manage to 3-star that unit. So the Idis is unbelievably tanky with the Radiant Gargoyles, but it's never going to kill anything. So it's just a matter of time until we finish this off. And that's kind of unfortunate for them. They died when they died on 8 Yones. 2 people re-rolling for Yone in this game, so they were contesting each other, and that was another thing that definitely helped me out. As I said, a lot of things going my way in this game, a lot of good luck that's broken in my favor. I also get the 1% odds Yasuo, but that's actually not going to help me in this game. Astral has been generating a ton of income for me. I'm actually hoping it'll give me a few more Skarners for my frontline. That is really the only weakness I have right now. It's my frontline kind of sucks. I've got the I've got a 2-star Skarner and a 1-star Silas. If I could just get to 3-star Skarner and 2-star Silas, I would be in such better shape right now. Anyway, so I'm trying to position my Zephyr. I've kind of been using my Zephyr to help my frontline hang in there a little bit longer. So anyway, I'm able to dodge the Zephyr of the other player. I get their Kaisa, which is one of their key units. Soma is actually probably the more important unit, but Kaisa is not a bad one to take out. This person's already level 9, by the way. So this is the person who was on the big consistency win streak earlier. So the question is, can Al Shin wipe the board? The answer is yes. Al Shin, pretty strong, especially when he's got these items and he's got the Mage Hat on there, so he double casts. And so we're going to be able to win another round, and I'm just hanging in there looking to econ up to level 9. Okay, so we've got a choice of additional items here. There is a Silas, that's kind of interesting. So a couple different things. There's another Zephyr, that's always good. A Thief's Glove, that would be useful. I could always take the Dragon's Claw for frontline, although that gets taken. Ionic Spark, also something I thought about. I thought maybe Ionic Spark for a frontliner, but then I was like, no, you know what I'm playing through? I'm playing through the Ao Shin. Let's continue to unlock the Ao Shin. So I'm going to take the Zeeks, and the goal is that this will pump up make it so he casts faster. All right, well, I'm almost level 9, so I might as well just go level 9 right now and start rolling. So I'm looking for Ao Shin. Come on. I also toss a Lilia in there. That gets me to 7 mages. There's another Ao Shin. And I really want Zoe as well, so let's see if I can find that. There's a Bard. Taking the Bards out of the pool. Zoe? Zoe anywhere? But, oh, never mind. We're hit the Ao Shin. That's the only thing that really matters. So now we have 2-star Ao Shin, and now I want to put that on some unit. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this off. I'm not able to get my Zephyr positioned properly. I wasn't able to position the Zeeks in time as well. But I have now got 2-star Aurelion Soul with a Mage Hat, with an Archangel Staff, and and with 7 mages in there. So he's going to cast twice, and he should pretty much wipe the board on his double cast every single time. It's going to be very difficult for anything to stand up to that much damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that's an awful lot of damage. Plus, if we can get Zoe in here, that would be even better. I'm a little disappointed I didn't find one Zoe. I would have loved to have put a Zeke's on her, because that would give her the cybernetics value, but I also did want to put that on somebody. I guess I should have put it on the Lilia, because Lilia is going to get sold here. And hey, finally another Silas. The only thing I didn't high roll in this game was the Silas's. I have not had good luck finding Silas. Well, anyway, this time we're going to be up against the Karma, so this is another round where I want to see if I can position my Zephyr to hit that Karma. So we're going to try to keep all my units here. Once again, if you know that someone has Future Sight in the lobby, as I do, you should just move your carry at the last second every single time. But people have not really been doing that in this game, so we're going to move Vlad up there. Do we hit the Zephyr? Yes, we do. Let's just get Carmel off the board for a couple rounds. This person did manage to get a Dragonmancer emblem, so they turned Jace into a Dragonmancer. That unit can actually be a pretty strong secondary carry. But is this unit going to be strong enough to stand up to the Lightning Storm? No, it is not. So yeah, I mean, it's somewhat close, but Alshin's going to win that round every time. Remember, I also do have Celestial Blessing, so he's going to heal off of his cast because he does so much damage. He's pretty much going to heal back up to full on every single cast. And he's got the Shojin to cast faster. He's also got the Zeeks. And there's actually quite a bit of synergy between those two items as well. Now I'm going to get a blue buff here, which is not amazing for me, but it's not terrible. If I can find Zoe, I'll just put that on her. So a little word about that synergy. If people have played this game a lot, probably are familiar with this, but Shojin means that you generate additional mana per auto attack, and Zeke's means you get extra attack speed, so there is innate synergy between the two of them. Obviously, a Chalice would also be nice here as well. Anything I can do to buff up the Aurelian Soul, because the whole goal of my team is let him double cast, and he will wipe the board on his double cast. So basically anything that helps with that is going to be good. And of course the other units are not irrelevant. Like Lux 3-star is not irrelevant. There we go. We're going to finally hit Silas 2-star. And there's a Zoe, so we'll put Zoe in. Going to give her the blue buff. This is important both so that she gets her first cast off faster, and it also gives her the cybernetic uplink value as well. So now I'm basically just looking for more Zoes. I guess I'm also looking for more Skarners and Vlads. Vlad, I'm clearly not going to hit Vlad 3-star. That's not going to happen. But I still might be able to hit Skarner 3-star. I would like it if that could happen. So I'm also still trying to position my Zephyr. This person is playing a Yone, so I'm trying to hit them with the Zephyr. And do I manage to get them? Looks like I did. They have Force. Yes, I did. So, whoop, up you go, Yone. They have a Force of Nature over there. Well, Tactician's Crown, so they get to play the extra unit. Also, 3-star Yone. Finally hit that unit. But again, by this stage of the game, I have kind of outscaled this setup. Also, Heimer got off some awesome stuns there. Managed to hit the Yone multiple times. Look how strong this unit is, but it's not going to be quite enough. And even though this Braum is amazingly tanky, we will finish this off eventually. We might have to wait for the second cast of Al Shin, but we will finish this off eventually. There we go. That person's board was quite strong, but like I said, I have kind of outscaled them in this game. Also should not have let me Zephyr that unit. That was sloppy play by them. They definitely should have been able to avoid that. So here is one problem in terms of trying to 3-star the Skarner. I have enough enough ranks in Astral trait that enough star levels in Astral that I'm no longer really getting the cheap units out of the orbs. I'm mostly getting Varuses and Lux now, which is good in terms of generating more income, but not so good in terms of seeing the units I actually want to see. Anyway, I'm going to try to focus on positioning here. And I want back corner against this person's board. So I wanted to target the Ezreal. That's the most important unit on this other person's board. They're actually playing reroll Ezreal with 6 Guardians. So they have a super tanky front line. But Ezreal is really the only damage on this board. So all we have to do is just look to wipe the Ezreal. He's actually getting targeted by Heimerdinger. And can we finish this unit off? Well, that unit's on low health. There we go. The second cast is going to do it. And then that's going to allow us to wipe our way through the rest of the board. I actually had a Zeke's and a Radiant Chalice in this round, so I tried to position the Radiant Chalice next to the Al Shin. I don't even know how much ability power he has, but it has to be something absolutely disgusting for this round. And we're going to do 20 damage to knock that person down to 1 life. They are on 8 Leonas and 8 Rakans, so they're getting closer to even more 3-stars. All right, I knew that we were getting close to the end of this game, so I just wanted to roll this down and see if I could find... There's another Silas. I'm really looking, though, for what's her name? For Zoe. I can't find more Zoes. It's like, where in the world is this Zoe? just rolling. I was like, geez, well, I've seen just about everything else imaginable, but I can't seem to find the Zoe here. Oh, well. So it looks like I'm not going to hit that. Now I need to use the last couple of seconds to try to position my board here. And I think I get this off in the corner. Oh, I was hitting the same comp again. So I wanted to see if they would move their Ezreal. They did move their Ezreal. I had the Zephyr positioned to hit the Ezreal once again. So again, can we finish off the Ezreal quickly in this fight? It's the only damage on this board. Unfortunately, you haven't finished it off quite that fast. There we go. All right, Ezreal goes down. This person did hit 3-star Leona and 3-star Rakan since the last round, so their board did get quite tanky. And, you know, this fight's pretty close considering the board I have. That Zac with the Radiant, Redemption is just tanking in there forever and ever and ever. But yeah, I do have this Aurelion Soul, and that's going to be enough to win the round. And knocks him down to 1 HP. All right, so I probably need one more round to finish this off. And oh, there's a Mage Hat. I can take that and play Mage Bard. I can just take out Vlad and play Mage Bard for my final unit. But no, this person's going to say boring build, and then they just quit the lobby. I don't know what boring build is supposed to mean. I guess they didn't like my team comp, but yep. So I guess we don't get to see a final round. I really would have liked to have played Mage Bard for my final unit, but not to be. I'll just have to take the first place finish. This was a game where I just high rolled basically from start to finish. I kind of hit everything I needed at every stage of the game, and you know the gameplay looks pretty easy when that happens. Just do some positioning with the Zephyrs, and it's a pretty easy first place. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this one. Until next time, take care, folks. Have a great week.